welcome to the second episode of Splendid Saturdays in Conversation with Shilpa Goyal. Here I bring to you speakers from all around the world to talk about business, wealth, motivation and inspiration, spirituality, relationship, and travel. So stay tuned for today's episode. With me today, Ryan Anthony, who will take you down to the process of past life regression, which is a technique used in hypnotherapy to bring back the memories of past life or reincarnation. So welcome back. Hi again, everyone. I think Ryan is here, and I'm just waiting him to accept. Finally, I hope
Can you hear me
you're
okay?
able to see us again and hear us. Guys, do mention in the comments if you're able to hear both of us and see both of us this time so that we can get started. Then let's just quickly check our settings.
Yes. Can you hear okay?
Can you hear us? Can you hear both of us? Can you see both of us clearly? I think we are good to go. Everybody can hear us and see us now.
Okay, good. Good.
Hi Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Lovely.
Very good, thank you. Welcome to the
Good.
second episode of Splendid Saturdays. So good to have you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you, my pleasure. How has your day started? I think it's just morning over there in US.
It is.
It is.
So I started my day with some music from Zishan, and Curiosity Val was there for a little bit too. So it was a good morning so far.
Great. That's nice. Good to hear that. So we
How
have,
about you? How was your
we have
day?
all our friends here watching us already, waiting for us. But we had some technical problems, so we had to restart again and again. So, guys, I have with me Ryan today, who is a lovely person, an amazing friend, and a motivational speaker. So today we are going to talk about past life regression. That's something we both have had experience, and that's something we would want everybody to know about. So
Yes.
do mention in the comments if you are excited to know about past life regression from Ryan and me, and we would like to share our experiences, and you may ask questions whatever you have today.
I'll try to keep an eye on the comments.
Yes.
Hello,
I
everybody.
also have my laptop with me so that I don't miss any of the comments.
Me too.
So who all do we have from SLC? Do we have everyone here with us?
Yes, it looks like we have a good like maybe 6 to 7 people.
Yeah, I can see Val, I can see Maria, I can see Diana. A lot of people are there. Even Rishan was there earlier.
Yes, yes.
So is everyone excited to know about past life regression from both of us today? Yes, we both are. We've been super excited for this call. Ryan, I would like you to introduce yourself once again to everybody who don't know you. Then probably I'll also start with a brief introduction and get started with today's topic.
Sounds good. Hello, everybody. So my name is Ryan, and I am the creator of Trans Solution, the Facebook page. And I professionally work as a physician assistant in an urgent care clinic. But in general, I really love exploring spirituality and using various modalities to try to access the soul and the spirit for guidance and a sense of purpose, and to help others.
Awesome. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Shilpa Goyal. I'm a transformation coach and a freedom lifestyle creator. And you're watching with us the second episode of Splendid Saturday, wherein it's like a talk show with me. I call to invite people and speakers from all over the world who have some experiences
regarding anything, and they would want to share whatever has healed them and made them a better version of themselves. And I'm so grateful that Ryan offered to talk about his experiences. And today we have Ryan who will be talking about past life regression. So Ryan, what made you started with past life regression? What was your initial experience? When did you first hear about past life regression?
So I actually first heard about it from one of the nurses that I used to work with at a community health center. She
Okay.
gave me a book by Brian Weiss called Only Love is Real,
Okay.
and she encouraged me to read it. And I found the topic super fascinating because it it tapped into sort of this other space where your soul has memories and experiences, and some of those memories and experiences carry into your life in the present, so your existence right now. And so it's like this accumulation of effects. And some of, I'm sure we'll go into more detail, but some of the experiences you've had in a past life can actually manifest as physical symptoms in this life. And so it was highly relevant to the type of work that I do as a physician assistant. Especially, it makes me wonder if I can't figure out what's causing my patients' symptoms, no matter what I do in the medical arena, then maybe some of their symptoms are coming from a past life trauma or something.
Right. So I think before we take a bit down this session and talk about past life regression, I think we should first brief people what exactly is past life regression, because what I personally feel is a lot of people don't know what it is. And people who know, they don't know what why they are using past life regression. They have the wrong conception about past life regression. I think when I started I got to know about past life regression almost 10 years back. In fact, the first book which I read was Many Master, Many Lives, and I was so intrigued. I was so curious to know there's so much to learn and there's life beyond. So, people just see what's there in our physical body. We are born, we go through different stages of life, and then we die. But people don't understand and know there's more to beyond the physical body, and which is the spiritual aspect. So a lot of people would not agree with us. A lot of people would agree also. But for those of you, I think, who don't even agree with us, that's still a reality. So that doesn't change. I think that's the fact. So I was thinking of just briefly helping people to understand why do we use past life regression, go through this today. Why do we use past life regression? How do we go through it? Who actually needs past life regression? And how can it actually solve their issues in the current life? So I have a quick question for you before we get started. What's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear about past life regression?
Um, Infinite.
So let's
Yes,
ask
because
everybody who's watching us today. Anybody who's actually heard about past life regression, do mention in the comments yes. And for those of you who know what past life regression is, do mention the first word that comes to your mind when you hear about the word past life regression. Let's see who knows and who can actually give us some inputs which can help others go through past life regression. We have Diana who says yes. Apart from that, who all knows about past life regression? What exactly is it? How does it work? Any clue, anybody? So we have Abhishek who says he's heard about past life regression. Shai has heard about it. So a couple of people have heard. So we have Richa. Ryan, Richa is the person I was telling you about. She's the one from whom I've learned past life regression and who's been my healer and therapist. So she's also
oh,
part of
nice.
this. Yeah. So
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, Richa. Okay. So uh, what was your first experiences with past life regression? And I think let me just give a brief overview before we explain people about past life regression. That there are different stages of mind, the brain, wherein we store information. And I'm not sure if everybody is aware of this, but our mind is divided into three different minds. So we have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. And like we all know, the conscious mind is something that helps us see and help us get information from whatever we see in our environment. And fortunately or unfortunately, it just have like 10% of what we see and do. It just occupy 10% of place. The rest of the 80 to 90% of the information that we see or have is there stored in our subconscious mind. And the last is the unconscious mind, where the information about our soul is saved. So whatever our soul has gone through over the period of time, over the years, the information is stored in the unconscious mind. Happen by our own selves. Ryan, I think you've gone. I can see you on the screen. Meantime, till we are fixing, can you just share your experiences about past life or regression or hypnosis if you are aware of that?
So sorry. Sorry.
No problem. I kind of what went wrong. Guys, can you see Ryan? Can you hear both of us again? Do let us know because can all of you see us and hear us both? Just wave us back if you can hear and see both of us. So sorry for the interruption, but it's okay, it happens. So, let's begin from where we just stopped. So I think we were talking about the different stages of mind: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. So basically, here I would like to talk about the unconscious mind the most, because I think most of us know about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And subconscious mind is something, of course, we all know we can tap through meditation and deeper therapies and other modalities. But unconscious mind is something we really cannot tap on our own. So that is where the memories of our past life is stored. That is where whatever has our soul has gone through in the past lives before our existing life, the memories of the soul is stored in the unconscious mind. So today we are going to talk about how to tap the unconscious mind using the past life regression, or how to get information out of our past lives through the conscious mind. So it's going to be very interesting and very deep, and I'm sure a lot of our people are there very excited to know more about regression. So let's get started and let's share our experience. So let's see what Ryan has there to offer in terms of past life regression. Then maybe we both can share our experiences.
Sure. So the first time I tried past life regression is on a YouTube video that was recorded by Brian Weiss.
Okay.
And so I was actually on a date, and the guy, yeah, so the guy that I was seeing at the time, he was pretty open-minded to trying different things, and so we talked about trying to do a past life regression together. And so we kind of like laid down next to each other and played the video for Brian Weiss, and he took us both into a regression. And in that past life, I actually lived as a French woman back in sort of like the Victorian era.
Okay.
And I met this man who turned out to be the guy that I was seeing at the time.
So you saw that the same person in your experience, the past life experience.
I did, but it wasn't, it was one of those things where his face was different. But then I looked into his eyes, I saw him as his physical body today.
Yeah,
So,
that is what this says.
yes,
You need to look into the eyes of the person to see if you can identify somebody from your existing life. So maybe the person
yes.
might be different in terms of how he or she looked, but to the eyes, you can actually see if the person has the same soul or not.
Correct.
Yes,
Totally. That's why I think that's why they say the eyes are the windows to the soul, right?
exactly. So how was the
So
first experience?
it was kind of it was interesting because I thought at first I might like be imagining things, but then I feel like I don't know if I could consciously imagine that I'm a French woman from like the Victorian era. Like I don't know if my mind would consciously go there, and so I just had to let go and let the experience happen.
So were you able to visualize it very clearly on your own without the help of the therapist or the person who was there somebody who was helping you, or was it just the video you just saw and you were able to go into the past life regression?
Yes, I was able to just do it by watching a video. But then I got so interested in it because the video can't interact with you. And so I actually went to go see a past life regression hypnotherapist
Okay.
in her office. And she helped me tap into two different lives as an Egyptian boy and as a Native American girl as I grew up into a woman. So it was pretty intense.
So did you even figure out what lessons you were supposed to learn from that past life?
From the French one.
The whatever your first experience or the second experience, because when I did my past life regression, so I shared my experience after yours, but I would like to first understand, like, did you experience or did you get the message from the masters or the higher self what the purpose of your past life was, or why did you actually see that past life? Because I'm sure we all might have gone through different past lives, in fact thousands of them, but when we actually tap into it, you don't see a particular life which you want to see. It can take you anywhere. So
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely not in the driver's seat when you go into a past life. It's sort of your higher consciousness or your spiritual guides that will direct you to the life that you need to experience again or reconnect with in that moment. So for me, with the Egyptian life, that was like back in the days of like pharaohs and pyramid building and things like that.
Awesome.
I
You
was
went
actually a slave.
that far.
Yes, way back. And
Okay.
so I was a slave boy. And in that life, being a slave and having no access to money and education, I was very limited in what I could experience and what I could pursue. And so when that past life version came to me at the end of that life, the message to me was don't let them tell you who you can be and what you can accomplish. Because in this present day life, I have all these opportunities available to me that my past version didn't have. Like I could get an education, I could express myself freely, I had a voice in the world. I had family and friends. The sky was basically the limit for what I wanted to achieve. And that was the message from my past self.
This is so amazing. I've got a message from somebody. They can't see the video, guys. Can you see both of us? Can everybody see us?
I, I think
I
I
think
think maybe it was just Faisal.
I think it is working. The video is working fine from my end. Yeah, I think people can watch us. So, how was the experience? Were you scared after the session, or were you overwhelmed, or were you super excited? What was the feeling?
I think it was all of those actually. I actually was so that life was a bit tragic because I was buried alive. And so I was really young when I died in that life. I was probably like 13 or 14. And so I was really crying a lot in that lifetime towards the end because, I was slowly dying and I was all alone in a tomb. And I was really sad about the
I can
situation.
totally understand your feelings, what you're relating, and I think when you actually go through that experience, even comes onto your physical health and physical reality. You start feeling the emotions while going through the past life regression.
Yes, so I felt very weak because I was starved, and my mouth felt very dry because I was dehydrated. So I had those feelings, but I don't want to alarm anybody. It was because it's like, I don't know if you've had this experience, Shilpa, but it's like two of you are existing at the same time. So it's like your present day consciousness is experiencing the moment at the same time as your past self. So it's like you're having two experiences in the one body almost.
I totally agree with this. But did you like had an intent before going to past life? That why did you set any intention or you wanted to solve any particular issue of your life before going to the past life regression, or you just went because you were so curious to try that?
Um, I didn't have a specific intention. I just felt like spiritually called to do some past life regression work. Um, and then when I went into the office, I just left my mind open and I said, okay, universe, take the wheel. I'm going to trust you. Yes, I'm going to trust you and just show me what I need to see and hear in this moment because the universe will really, it has your back, right? I think we can all agree on that, that the universe, yes, it has your back and it won't let any harm come to you during the regression and that whatever you're experiencing is really for your highest and greatest good.
Right. So basically, that was the intent because you told yourself before practicing that you want to see, experience past life regression. So probably it took you to that life and showed you the way. That is what
Yes.
I have been told from my experiences. So I remember when I first went, I think first time I read about it was 10 years back when I read about Many Lives, Many Masters. Perfect. I'll also leave a link to your account in the so
Uh,
anything else you want to
You all did so beautifully.
It was such a beautiful experience.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that.
Let's see how many of you could experience something. I mean, I'm sure he did an amazing job. He guided us so well. You all might have experienced.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to have been able to share this with all of you
That was
today.
saying it was amazing. There's a message from what he said, energy flowing through the body. Guys, what did you guys do? You can talk a bit. What did you see? Any vivid images or messages that you received? Do mention in the comments any message you think you've received. I think a lot of people are in between the session. Nobody's responding.
Maybe they're just processing everything right now. That could
Yes,
be
I think
what's
totally
happening.
imagine.
Yes. Um, yeah. So some people, um, it might have been, you might not have actually seen anything, and just know that that's okay. That's completely normal. Um, if you're interested, like just continue to do some more um, sessions with past life regression, and little by little it will come to you. So as they're typing their comments, Brian Weiss, who I learned past life regression from, it took him 3 months of doing a daily session before he was able to visualize a past life. And so I urge you all not to get discouraged if you actually didn't see something. Sometimes it's all about what you feel or how you feel afterward. That's really the important thing.
Diana has mentioned when message he's saying she saw her husband, family, and the house burned. I saw with my son and daughters, my wife and had died in the fire. The compassion in my husband's eyes was so tremendous. One of my daughters is my great niece now. So amazing. She went
Wow!
so cool.
That's amazing, Diana. Thank you for sharing.
I will also like to share my experience. So what I saw was, the moment we exited from the garden, I saw it was night, and I saw. I don't know why, but I think of all the past life I've experienced, I think 15 lives I've experienced. Around 11 or 12, I've experienced snow all around me. So today also I experienced the same thing. There was snow all around. It was dark night. And it was just one. There were two people I saw. One of them I recognized from my current life. The other person I don't know. I can't recognize. That person was a little old in age. There was some female I saw, and there was a very big house that I saw where I probably was living. And I was just trying to enter that house. Then I was brought to some other image, and then the session ended. So I also kind of saw that, and I also got the message. When you mentioned go back to the garden and you'll get the message, I think that message is something related to the current fear that I'm feeling related to one of the issues in my life. So I got the message that whatever you're feeling, it will be fine. Have that faith and just have that.
Oh, that's beautiful, Shilpa. That's so great.
Yeah. Anyone
Oh,
else want
tears.
to share your experience or any questions you guys have?
Oh, good. Diana says, beautiful message. Utsav had a tear trickle down his eye. Oh,
That's so
that's so beautiful.
Even I kind of felt very emotional during the session. Uh, but glad you ended it soon. Otherwise, I would have just cried during the session.
Yeah, Faisal thinks that he saw his father, but also thinks that it was him instead that he saw in the meditation. Paridi couldn't see any clear image just yet, so don't worry, Paridi. Like, just sometimes it's like I said, more about the feelings and the emotions.
And I think everybody works on different frequencies. Some people take a lot of time to go more deeper, so you don't see the images. I think with me also, during my first two sessions, it took me a lot of time to go deeper. I couldn't feel anything. I mean, I couldn't see, but I could feel, but I didn't see anything during my first session.
Yes, yes. So, I think that some people, I did a regression on someone and they couldn't see things in the traditional way. Like they couldn't, it was sort of like echolocation, like a bat. Like you don't see like the shape, but you can like feel its presence there. So my client said that she couldn't see her mom, but when I told her to take note of the people around her, she could just feel her mom's presence there, but she couldn't just see her mom's body, if that makes sense. So Curiosity Val said, "Oh my God." Oh, he had to tune out. We just finished the uh, live
So we
session of
can
the
demo.
past life. Yeah,
Yes,
we finished the demo, Val, but I mean, you have access to me because we're friends. So if you want to do a one-on-one session with me, just let me know, okay? I
definitely.
got
I'll
you.
leave the link of Ryan's Facebook page in the comment so you guys can directly reach Ryan. He's amazing with his work and you've seen his demos as well. So you can book a one-to-one session with him and you can experience it at a much deeper level.
Yes, yes. Whenever you're ready. Um, so just like I said, just go to my page and just send me a direct message from my page, and I will be happy to connect with you and schedule something where we can. I would say in general, a session is about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. So that's how long you'd want to think for your time frame. And you definitely want to make sure it's a chance for you to be in a very quiet space. So if you have like children around or a pet, like you want to make sure that they're nice and rested and taken care of so that you can really focus in and not have any distractions.
Paridi has also mentioned she saw a woman with a baby, but she's not sure whether she has imagined or it was actually what she saw. Paridi, it's probably what you actually saw during the session because for the first time you literally feel that you're imagining, but when you actually you don't know whether you're seeing or imagining because you've been instructed to see something. But good, you could actually visualize something out of it.
Yes, yes. Um, So, yeah, I agree with what Shilpa said. You like we were saying earlier. You might think it's your imagination, but it's something in your subconscious mind that's wanting
That's
to.
coming to the surface now.
Yes, yes. So, oh, um,
Amazing. Any more
I'm so glad.
experiences you guys want to share with us today? It's so amazing. You could actually feel something. Any messages anybody got?
Thank you, Paridi. Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad you guys had a good experience. I'm just reading some more of the comments. So. Um, Yeah, energy traveling throughout your body. That's good. That's good. That's like the divine, your higher self taking space in this avatar. That's your body
This
for
physical
this
body.
present life. Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, you actually traveled beyond your physical body into another sphere, a spiritual world altogether, and you're back again. So there was nothing unusual, nothing scary about this, and you all were in your perfect senses.
Yes. Um, I hope I'm saying this name correct, but Faisal said that he felt a little strange and uncomfortable. Um, Not something that he's used to, and that's totally fine. Some people need a little bit of help getting more relaxed and getting used to the energies of being in this state. So nothing to worry about. This is something that you can totally grow into. Yes, Curiosity Bell, the Navi. I love that movie, Avatar. It's a great movie.
Such a beautiful movie.
Yes, yes. So I think if everybody is in a good space to pause, you can always reach out to Shilpa and I personally and ask us any questions. You can leave a message on our pages, and we're happy to continue the discussion on past life
And we can
regression.
always have another session together to help you guys more. So
Yes,
yeah,
I would love that.
we just give them time to sink in and see, because I think we've given them so much of information today. So let
Yes,
everybody go back, sleep with this information, or carry on with their work, and then maybe they can just get back to us if they have any questions or anything they want to try again.
yeah, and read Dr. Brian Weiss's books, and that will kind of help you on another level as well. Have your own understanding of past life
I
regression.
had one book which I can share. The other one, this is the book I was talking about, Messages from the Masters, and the other one is Many Lives, Many Masters. There was another book which Ryan you mentioned. What was the other book? The one which you
Only
mentioned.
love is real. Only love
Only
is
Love Is
real.
Real. So yeah,
Yes.
guys, you get started with any of the book, and you'll have a deep understanding of hypnosis, past life regression, and anything and everything beyond the human body.
So thank you everybody for sharing the space with us today and
It was
hanging with
amazing
us.
to have all of you today. And Ryan, so good that you were here. Thank you so much for all your time, and thank you for accepting to come to this platform where we could share this experience with a lot of people, and we could actually make them feel this beautiful experience which we both have actually felt earlier.
Yes, yes. Thank you for having me, Shilpa. I'm such a big fan of yours, and I look
Same here.
forward to the rest of your splendid Saturdays.
Splendid Saturdays. So hope
Yes,
to have you back again sometime soon to discuss it more in a deeper way. Maybe we can take them to a next level of past life regression, or more into a deeper realm where we thought, this time keep it a little easy, because a lot of people are joining in for the first time, don't know about past life regression. But maybe by next time we can take them more deeper into the topic.
yes. Maybe you can lead it next time.
Certainly. I think by then I told you I'll be over with my courses as well.
Yes, I think that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And we'll see you guys soon. Lots of love. Have an amazing day and amazing night. Lots of love from all of us, from both of us. And take care, everybody.